Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine, brought to you by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Time to shine a light on Navy baseball with Ivan Aguirre. And Ivan, for you, since you arrived here at the Naval Academy, man, it's been hit the ground running for you from day one. So much activity from the time you stepped on the field to where you are now. Thoughts on how this experience has gone for you, and obviously being able to contribute so much to a Division I baseball program.
You know what? It's any kid's dream to come into a Division I program and just, like you said, hit the ground running. It's been a great experience. The guys have brought me in. And it's been awesome, being able to start, provide for the team, do good, but also have some downs as well and be able to grow from them.
Each other on a baseball team, because this is such a humbling sport. I played it. I know exactly, what this sport can do to you. It can humble you literally in seconds. How much do you all lean on each other in times? Let's face it. I mean, even the start of this season, I'm not sure, what this program has set such a standard for itself. First couple of weekends was not really Navy baseball, but the fact that you all have settled down a little bit here, you're starting to play more of the product that it's supposed to look like for you. What was the key to just putting that opening weekend aside and knowing the type of baseball that this program has played before and getting back to that standard?
What I love most about this program and my teammates is that we keep each other accountable. When we fail, when we succeed, we like to get together after games, especially after that 3-day weekend where we weren't really settled down as a team so far. We came together, had a talk, and just made sure we just fixed things and moved on, basically leave it behind us and start fresh. And I'm very glad where the team's at right now. We're settling down a little bit and we're on a higher trajectory. So it's good.
Yeah, obviously great opportunities coming up this week for you guys. I want to ask you a question about preparation. And I think on the surface, people look at like pro baseball and go and see the 6 to 8 weeks of spring training. And, those guys can take extra BP. They can get extra bullpens. They can do whatever they want over that kind of period. You all don't have that luxury. You have a very condensed window to try and get better each and every day. Thus, at the beginning of the season, how much of this is just trying to find a rhythm, especially at game speed, because you all don't get 4 to 5 hours a day to prepare yourselves daily on the baseball field?
I believe Coach sets a really good standard with this. He brings us in every single day to practice, and he says, all right, guys, we're going to treat this like a game. Treat this like your life depends on it, and make sure that you get every ounce, every minute of your time that you're spending here. That's very short and limited, and try your best and get as most out of it that you can. So, and I believe that gives us the confidence to go out there in the game and just replicate what we're doing in practice.
Is that easier said than done?
Oh yeah. A lot. It's been tough. It's always hard, finding the balance from practice to the game, right? But once you start settling into the game, and then it's breeze. You kind of find your rhythm, and from there it's simple.
What I want to ask you about as an infielder, especially, we've got so many different types of diamonds out there now. We do have the field turf, and then of course the regular grass and dirt surfaces. As an infielder, do you find much of a difference, or is it just, hey, here's the ball, I got to field it and do my job?
You know what? I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I grew up on all dirt fields growing up. And the big main difference is with the dirt diamond, you have to be more aggressive and use your feet, right? And moving towards a turf field is just kind of like, it's like a luxury, It's a lot easier, but the ball does get on you a lot quicker. And to be able to use your feet quickly and staying relaxed in a way, kind of just helps you with that turf field. But honestly, if I were to choose, I would love to have a dirt field just because I grew up with it. I'm very comfortable with it, but I do love the turf field as well.
I was going to say, growing up on the West Coast now, what's February baseball feel like? Got to be a little bit different, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a completely different story. The weather is amazing over there. Low wind, um, high 70s to low 80s, perfect weather. I can go to the beach in that weather in February, right? So, but I've loved it out here. It's great. I've gotten very accustomed to the weather, and it's been a very easy process for me.
I was going to say, what has been the key? I mean, let's face it, you're a West Coast kid. What's been the key to, going 3,000 miles away from home to go to college, obviously get a great education, and as we said earlier, playing baseball at the Division I level?
I feel like the biggest change for me was just living by myself in a way, getting away from my parents, doing something for myself, right? But weather played a humongous impact as well. I know I've never seen snow before. I've never experienced it. Snowfall was just foreign, and it was great. I love it here. I've had a great change, great like processing, and it's been very nice.
Well, the good thing is we haven't had any in a while. That's a good thing
Mhm.
in terms of the snow. Let's face it, beating your Service Academy rivals is gigantic around here. Uh, what was it last weekend that allowed you all to play the type of baseball? And let's face it, Air Force's program has been very competitive, very highly competitive, and very good here of late. To go to Kinston and do what you guys did down there, to getting things turned around, how much of a lift was that, knowing that you beat a good program in the process, too?
It was huge. Like losing those 3 games at the beginning of the season kind of just drove us to be like, you know what, this is where we're gonna flip our season around on Air Force. Air Force is probably gonna come out and like seeing our record, like, oh, we're gonna stomp over Navy. Like this is gonna be like a breeze for us, right? But we were determined as a team to just go out there and play the baseball that we know how to play, that we've worked so hard for in the fall. And we did it, right? So I feel like now we know the standard for our team. We know how to play, how to go about ourselves. We know how to just go out there and have some fun, right? That's what this game is all about. Going out there, having fun, being ourselves, and just doing the job that we're meant to go out and do.
You're a player. Is it easier to play when you kind of have that relaxed, fun mindset, or do you really feel the pressure, as you said, when you get off to a very tough weekend the way you did? You clutch the ball a little harder when you're throwing it. You clutch the bat a little harder, when you're at the plate against the pitcher. Is there really a difference?
Oh, there's a humongous difference. Yeah. So I mean, and when you get off to a rough start, like just like anything, when you hit, you're in a slump. You try to do your best to do anything to get you right back on track, right? But since it was early in the season, I believe that we we didn't get too far to like get off track, but we finally got back on. And I think we went into that weekend just wiping what happened and just being able to go out there and relax and just do our thing, what we worked so hard for.
Great opportunity for you all to see your mids baseball team this weekend. Princeton will be in town for a weekend series. And a reminder, as always, Navy baseball absolutely free of charge for a tremendous product to watch. Ivan, appreciate you taking some time for us. Best of luck with the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.